So I just got my food stamp letter regarding my cash assistance and my disability because somebody reported me and they denied me for all of it. So me and my kids were getting disability. I was getting cash assistance and I was also getting food stamps. And they shut me off on all of them. I did an appeal. I just got my letter. So with this new 2025 food stamp that Trump is trying to pass or is passed, if you are an able-bodied person, you have to go get a job. If you want food stamps, you have to go get a job. So I either have to go get a job or I lose my food stamps. But if I go get a job and start making money, then my disability, it gets canceled. So how does that work? Because I was on food stamps, I was on cash assistance, and I was on disability. Me and my kids. What I make should not matter for my kids' disability. Am I right or am I wrong about that? And my TikTok income is not.
Anybody else notice how this isn't making any sense? This isn't making any sense what she's talking about. And usually when things aren't making a lot of sense, it's usually because people are leaving out key information, right? Key information that would then expose them and make them look worse as far as the perception goes. Because I'm not understanding what she's explaining. Why they're get rid of your kid's disability because you work? Are you claiming disability? Because we have to remember at the beginning of this video, let's just go back to it. She said somebody reported her, but she never told us what they reported her for. So if somebody reported you, and that's what triggered all this, then that means that you were doing something that you weren't supposed to do that then got brought to light, that then got your benefits taken away, but you didn't really address or unpack that. So you're explaining this to make yourself look like a victim, but it's not connecting. The dots aren't connecting because you're leaving out key information of your part to play in this. I just want to make sure I didn't mishear that. Because she started off, she said somebody reported her.
My food stamp letter regarding my cash assistance and my disability because somebody reported me
Somebody
and
reported her because somebody reported her. She doesn't tell us what they reported.
they denied me for all of it. So me and my kids were getting disability. I was getting cash assistance and I was also getting food stamps.
Oh, I remember. I know what she probably got reported about. I recognize this lady. So I think I actually did a video about her before. It's in the vault. It's an older video. And I don't think her kids are living with her. So ain't that crazy? Like I'm the expert. Like I have past dealings with some of these beggars and some of these people because I just been reviewing it and sometimes, you know, a corporate that has a track record of this, it comes across my desk and I'm like, I can pull out the file, I can pull out the history. But I think I remember now. So I think she was pregnant with twins at the time, and she didn't have none of like her other 6 or 7 kids, allegedly, if I can recall from the last video. And I guess some of her kids are disabled, but I don't think she has the kids. So that's possibly what she got reported about. Possibly, allegedly. Keep that because I'm trying to just remember this off the top of my head. But yeah, I mean, there's something that she's not telling us, and that's the reason for this. Let's just finish, see if she has anything.
I go get a job and start making money, then my disability, it gets canceled. So how does that work? Because I was on food stamps, I was on cash assistance, and I was on disability. Me and my kids. What I make should not matter for my kids' disability. Am I right or am I wrong?
See, when it's all complex like this, when things get so complicated like this, it's probably because you're not doing something you're supposed to do. See, for a true disabled person, it's not complicated. like this trying to figure things out. But for somebody who's trying to float under the radar and take advantage of something that they shouldn't, then things can start to get sticky and things can start to get complicated more than they need to be. How we can simplify this is it sounds like you're able-bodied, so you can just go get a job. Find a way to work. Let's not try to overcomplicate things trying to find ways not to work.
About that. Um, and my TikTok income is not considered a real job. I have to go get a real job if I want to keep my food stamp. But then I will lose disability if I get that job. Help me out, state of Michigan.
Did y'all hear about the
So she tried to meet the parameters of the new thing where you got to work like 20 hours, and she tried to include her TikTok hours, I guess.
woman who's about to get 10 years in prison for selling baked goods? Did y'all hear about the woman who's about to get 10 years in prison for selling baked goods because she bought the ingredients with her food stamps? Somebody had to snitch on her and inform the government that she was selling baked goods in the first place, and that's how they were able to put all of this together. But I want to tell you how to keep yourself out of trouble if you're doing something similar. So if you're the neighborhood candy lady, or if you bake things and sell them but you buy the ingredients with your food stamps, here's how you need to go about it so that you don't get busted. Every time you use your food stamp card, there's a digital record of everything that you purchased. You can prevent this from happening by going to your local farmer's market for your groceries. In most states, when you go to the farmer's market, you swipe your EBT card and they give you like coins or dollars to spend at the market only. This means that there's no record of what you actually purchased while you were at said market. So if somebody comes back and reports you, there's no evidence that you ever bought ingredients to make something. Do with that information what you need to. I just thought I would help someone who doesn't want to get into trouble but is just trying to make some extra cash.
Why are people so dumb? Why are people so dumb? You just literally said that somebody just got 10 years for doing this mess. And then you basically came online and tried to give a course on still how to do the same criminal act that can still get you the same time, but just how to not leave a paper trail, basically. But you still did the crime, and there's still a possibility that they can tie that back to you. So you just try to coach people on how to still take a 10-year chance. Why are people so dumb? And then you think that they can't use this to somehow implicate you as well? You just did this online? And again, we're overcomplicating things. You you get food stamps and you act like you can't work, but then you are working and you done started a bakery business with your time. Why can't you just go work at a bakery? You're literally working all those hours at your house remotely doing baking. So why can't you just get a chef job, a cook job? You're acting like you can't work, but you choosing to work. You just want to work comfortably at your home where there's no risk. That is insane. And she brought up the candy lady. A lot of neighborhoods have candy ladies. I never even correlated that the candy lady of the neighborhood is probably using food stamps in order to do their business. That's pretty wild.
For their family.
Oh, and to the thousand and some people that unfollowed me this year, don't come back now. They done started cutting people on EBT, aka food stamps already. Remember how we thought it was a game and we thought it was well, I didn't. Remember how y'all thought it was a game and y'all thought it was a joke? Actually, it has already begun. It has begun. So when I was telling y'all to go ahead and start your garden, start your food forest, start your farms and all that using the EBT, y'all didn't want to listen to me. So to them thousand and some people that unfollowed me, I wish I knew who you were so I could block you. Because now you're going to really wish you stayed on my page. But I got some big news for everybody else that has been so supportive. I got some big news for y'all today.
So she's got a course too, of the food stamp leverage course. I didn't know so many people had this ecosystem of like food stamp training on how to leverage your food stamps in order to become an entrepreneur and to become a millionaire, basically. She said, use your food stamps, your expendable food stamps, because apparently they give you more than you even need. Obviously they do because people sell it for half of the on the dollar. But she's saying use your expendable food stamp in order to start a garden, start a farm. This is crazy. This is insane. And yet, when we had the shutdown or whatever, everybody swears that they didn't have, like, they don't know what they're going to do. But what all this is showing is that you have way more than what you need because people are literally taking the extra and starting businesses. They're starting businesses. That's funny to me. We'll leave it there. Like the video. Also subscribe if you want to join the Limitless Legion. Cash App link below if you want to buy your boy iced coffee and tip the channel. And also feel free to join the Patreon where I post self-improvement content on there. Until then, I'll catch you in the next video.